Okay, folks, this is Marchintosh, and I am your host, Steve. Today, we're going to take a look at MorphOS. MorphOS is a modern operating system for use on older PowerPC machines, and I happen to have a dual G5 PowerMac G4. We'll get you some beauty shots here in a second. So what I'm going to do is put the boot DVD or CD, I'm not sure which one, I think it's a CD, put the boot CD into the CD-ROM drive and boot right off of the CD-ROM drive and take my first look, first impression walkthrough. Stick around. Oh, and be sure to click that like, join, subscribe button. And if you are new to Marchintosh, there is a playlist down below that shows every video that anyone has published this month with the hashtag of Marchintosh. It's an auto-generated playlist. So if you contribute a video to YouTube with Marchintosh guidelines met and you tag it, it will show up in that playlist. And the guidelines are pretty simple. It's anything that is basically a non-Intel Macintosh. And I guess now a non-M1 Macintosh also. So hope to see some videos from you as well. Stick around. Okay, folks, this is MorphOS for the Power Macintosh Dual G5. This is a 1.8 gigahertz dual processor system with 1.5 gigs of RAM. I've got the fresh CD burnt. I downloaded it a couple of days ago, and it's in the drive. Let's turn the machine on and see what happens. All right, I think I might have tripped over the power cord or something because it was having trouble coming on. But you heard the chime. I got the C key held down to try and boot off of the CD, and we'll see what happens. Sounds like it's trying. Okay, well, that's not very promising. Let's try it one more time. All right. All I did was push the power key. I got another chime. It didn't even shut down. Oh, there we go. Guess I can let go of the C now. Okay, I've got a mouse pointer. It says ambient screen at the top, and it's wanting to know about boot up options. So English and American, that works fine. Okay, let's do... It's playing a song. Installation. Let's do a new installation for the United States and English language. So you can pick one. You can pick one language and keyboard for the live CD, and then you can pick another setup for the actual install. It's asking me how to set up the screen. Can I change this? Let's edit it. And I'm going to knock it down to 1280 by 720 just to make it easier on the viewers. Everything else looks fine. Hit OK. We'll hit next. There we go. Now it's asking for date and time. And the date is, the time is 10, 20, doesn't like that, 28, and search for time zones. America, Chicago. I'm not in Chicago, but that's generally the closest one. And the date is March, that's not 1978. March 8th. And let's hit next. Key map and code page is good. This is all keyboard settings. What would I generate automatically? Mouse speed's fine for now. And I am wired to the internet through an actual wired cable. So ETH0 is fine. And it's set up for DHCP, which is fine. And let's see. System partition size. Let's just do automatic. It's found the right hard disk. Let's go with that. Proceeding will erase all data. That's okay. All right, and the boot information and boot image will be copied to the volume boot. Good. And I want to say this is like an 8x DVD burner that's in this machine from the factory. So the progress indicator is a little interesting. It's telling me that it's copying files, and that number is increasing, and it's copying bytes, and that number is increasing, but I have no idea how many files it needs to copy or how many bytes it needs to copy. So it's like information for information's sake, not information that I can do anything with. Amazing how many files there are in modern operating systems. And modern operating systems are supposed to be more than just a collection of files. They're supposed to also have like enough applications to actually make the machine usable. Your original Commodore 64 and VIC-20, when those guys came out, you just turned them on and you were ready to roll with being able to program software, and then you had to go get additional software to do the thing. And there was a period of time when Microsoft got in trouble for trying to bundle too many things into the OS, and now it's like we just expect things to be bundled into the OS, and it doesn't infringe on anything else. So the times they are a-changing. And you can see that there's some mountain points on the desktop here. Let's see what's in the RAM disk. There's a couple of things in there. Okay. This seems to be following the standard paradigms. So that's the home folder. That goes up a level. This goes forward and backwards. Home, up. Clips, clipboards. Okay. And then copy, cut, paste. Well, cut, copy, paste. Create a new folder. I don't know what I would be editing, but there's an edit pencil there, and I don't know what information I would get because there's no file there. System volume. Nothing yet. Work volume. Nothing yet. Boot volume. So there's 1.6 megs in 0 directories and 5 files. I would guess that those are hidden files. I don't know if the machine's just busy and unable to finish my request. All right, it is successfully installed. Okay. Try and eject the CD. That worked. We will close that. And then let's see what else there is. So that appears to be a networking icon, but doesn't really do much for me. There's a volume slider, the eject button to eject the CD, which the desktop still thinks exists. But it does not because it's gone from here. Okay. I right click on the desktop and I get menus at the top. That would not have been terribly apparent. Exchange. Okay. System monitor, doesn't look like there's a whole heck of a lot of anything going on there. It's drawing a nice little graph of the very little that's happening. System details. PowerMac 7,3, bus clock 1 gigahertz, timer clicks 30, CPU count 2, CPU 0, CPU 1, so apparently they don't need to match. See, L1 cache specs is available, enabled for instruction and data and copyback. L2 is available, copyback unified. L3 doesn't exist. L1 size is 64K instructions, 32K data. Oh, it'll help bubbles. Nice. L2 cache is 512K. Sound driver is AHI. Okay, so there's some system information that works so far. Settings. Okay, so let's go over here and let's do about MorphOS. And that gave me a big red no-no. Yeah, big red no-no. Don't do that. About couldn't open about.amod. Okay. Let's get this thing rebooted into its hard disk mode and see how that looks. See if any of those thousands of files are interesting. Okay, boot up's pretty quick. And so I know to right click on the desktop. Can we do about MorphOS now? Yes, we can. Awesome. All right, so the development team has some credits. The translation team has some credits. Looks like it supports a lot of different languages. How to get support, morphosteam.net. On Freenode is #MorphOS channel, mailing list, and email support. And you can report a bug. Archives, etc., etc. Okay, so that worked out well. Let's see what else is up here. New shell. Okay. So this would be a non-Linux system because I can't do ls. Add page, new window. Close that window, detach. Okay, so it detached it, but put it right on top of the other one. Close page, close page. Okay, what can we do here? Can't do much here. Close the window. All right. Okay, so this looks a lot like what it looked like on the boot CD. What is in system? Applications, benchmark, graphics speed. Let's run the benchmark. Looks like it's going to run 260 benchmarks. So I'm going to fast forward through to the end of this. Okay, we are back from all of those tests, and we got a score of 10,267. Mouse wheel does not work. Okay. Lots of different choices of things that have been tested, which is great, but I'm not seeing any way to compare this to other results. There's comparisons. Yeah, so I can only compare it to myself. Add a file of reports that I downloaded from somewhere. Yeah. I would think that there would be a list of at least a couple of systems that this thing has been tested on by the creators, um, or a place for me to upload because we all live in an internet connected world now. So maybe in a future generation of this. So that's the benchmarks, graphic speed. What else is there? Flockapella. What is Flockapella? Flockapella looks like it is a audio CD player. And of course, I don't have any audio CDs because this is 2021. Okay, up. I mean, the machine has a CD player built into it, so it's not odd, but I just don't happen to have any. Flow Studio. What is Flow Studio? Development Studio. Okay. Jalapeno. Looks like a CD burner. That would make sense. Cryptos. Okay, to encrypt my hard disk or to store passwords. LCD monitor test I don't need. Log tool, OWB. Okay, yep. So MorphOS, if you are not registered, will actually slow down its execution properties until you do register. So it's kind of a timed evaluation, if you will. All you have to do is reboot to get past that. And apparently I can't get past this warning notification. Yeah, if I click OK, it just moves itself back to the center. So I can put it behind the current window. Okay, so that's looking at fonts. While that's looking at fonts, it's taking over my screen and there's nothing I can do about that. Kind of move things out of the way. Remote desktop. Wrong number of arguments. That apparently is a command line tool. Remote shell. SSH. Okay, so now we're back to the OWB, the Odyssey program. Odyssey program appears to be a web browser. Okay, let's go to DuckDuckGo. Okay, good. My favorite website. And this is a pretty bloated website, so I would expect it to take some time. Okay, Scandal is for scanning pages. Showcase. Okay, that's scary. Okay, it looks like Showcase is for viewing images, but I don't know where there's any images stored on here to view, so. And how do we exit this program? Oh, escape. Okay. YouTube appears to have not finished or is not going to work. Can do a new tab. I can do a new tab. Let's go to something else. I don't even know what else there is on the web besides DuckDuckGo and YouTube. All right, let's go to MorphOS website. MorphOS.net. Took a long time to download and render that graphic. So let me reboot this thing and try that page one more time. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling it. Right click on the desktop, shut down, reboot. Okay, she's back online. Let's go back to trying out that web browser. System, applications, and that was OWB, I believe. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, now that we don't have the OS slowdown, let's see how fast this page loads. I guess also it's going to be cached, so it better be fast. Okay, so that's done. Now let's go to some other page. Okay, there's no select all that I can see. Yeah, there's no select all that I know of. Let's go to a different web page, and then okay, that's a new tab. What I would like to do is I would like to clear my history. Project. Okay, so if I right click on the desktop, that's the menu for the desktop. If I right click on the web browser, nothing happens except for something contextual for the page, which I can go back or reload. That makes sense. I have to right click on the title bar to get the menu. File, edit, view, history, bookmarks, windows, downloads, settings, there it is. Preferences, media, security, privacy, downloads, download path, RAM disk, font, content, bind types, interface, general. Huh. There does not appear to be a clear history page. Weird. Okay. So MorphOS came fine out of the browser cache. YouTube still does the same thing where it doesn't give me the, what's it called? Let's go to imgur.com and see if we can get some images. The magic of the internet. That's awful boastful of them. Relationship advice. Buy king-size blankets if you have a queen-size bed. That is very, very true. Okay, so this is working. I can feel a little bit of a lag on the scroll, but it's usable. Okay, so that's the OWB web browser and browsing the web. And you can definitely feel a difference between the slowdown of the OS and the normal operation. Okay, we did Showcase, we did Sketch. We didn't do Sketch. What is Sketch? Looks like a paint program. And it is a paint program. Okay, paint program. Yes, I want to quit. Synergy. Synergy client, Synergy server. Okay. Transfer. Let's add one. Okay, looks like an FTP program. That's good. And where did it go? System. Applications. VNC server. Not bad. PDF viewer. And ZVNC, which is probably a VNC client. So we got a VNC server and a VNC client. Okay. What else do we have? Games. Diamonds. Oh, it's got sound. All right, let's pick 3. It makes a lot of noise. Okay, so any shape of 3 or more works. Now I got the trick figured out. There doesn't really appear to be a maximize button. Oh, so you can do 2. Breaking every convention of every known game in the last 25 years. Like, what do you mean you think there's still moves to be made? Oh, there we go. 135 points. Okay. What's next? Minesweeper. Minen. Yep. Okay, I died. Minesweeper does the Minesweeper thing. Pixel Cross. Start the tutorial. How to play this game using interactive examples. Next. It's a small thinking game. I will be sure to use small thoughts. Combination of crossword puzzle without words and Sudoku using pictures instead of numbers. Okay, main task is to uncover pixel graphics without making mistakes, uncovering non-existing pixels, cost precious time required for entering the high scores, all the high scores. There's 14 pages in the tutorial for a small thinking game. Control is everything on the right side, small 5x5 playfield. Try flipping some pixels right now. I guess these are all working. This is great. All right, I flipped them all. A 4 defines a 4-pixel group hidden in line or column, and 1 indicates a single pixel is hidden. Okay, that makes sense. When more numeric, yep. Okay, I've seen games like this before. The 5 above the 4th row column indicates 5 hidden pixels below. Since there's only 5, you can fill them all. Go for the highest numbers first. Use the left mouse button to uncover 5 pixels in the 4th column and continue by hitting next. The 1 and 3 indicate that there are 4 pixels in this line, single pixel, and then a triple group. So let's do 1. Okay. Use the middle mouse button or left mouse button in combination with a qualifier to place the marking. Okay, so we can right click on that or shift click or control click or alt click. Okay, that did a user interface thing. Come on back. More conclusions. Take a look onto the column containing the marking we just placed. Thanks to this marking, it's easy to see that the triple pixel group can only be placed below. Yep, that's true. More helpful marking. So this is a group of 1 and a group of 1. Use the middle mouse button or left mouse button in combination with the qualifier to place markings. The last pixel in the top row has our marking, and this line only has a hidden 2-pixel group. We only have one choice here. The middle pixel in the top line must be set. In the fourth row, a group of 4 should be placed since we already revealed 2 pixels, and we know that all the pixels, okay. It's not happy. There should be 4 in that row, but it's only letting me place 3. What shall we do now? I think it's the bottom one. We're close to finishing. Find the missing pixel pieces, revealing the techniques we have just learned. Okay, so that's good. There's 4 here, so that goes there. Group of 2 there. That's 1 and 1 is good. 4 there, 4 there. Okay. Yay! Now we can do one on our own. Let's do a small one. Start. I thought that was the system fans speeding up. It was the, hooray, you're getting started. Let's do... Nope. Oh, time penalty. Okay. We've uncovered pixel X. There's a P shape and an X shape. Not too bad. That could be a fun little game to play. Alright, so that's all 3 games that come with it. Tools. Tools and utilities. Debug, defrag. File image control, format, FT manager, HD config, installer, SFS doctor. Disk recovery and repair suite. Okay, that's nice. The MUI shell. Yep, and we did that already. Okay, well at least quit's not an unknown command. Mounter, shell, snoopium. Monitoring system activity. TTE manager. Looks like fonts. Unit control. Okay. What's in utilities? Jukebox. More command. Mystic view. Open pictures. Play. Repeat. Don't zoom in, zoom out. And hit the X. Okay. Graphic boards. Okay, this is telling me what my video card is in the machine. CSV viewer. Clock. Clock face, small, futuristic. Clock face, futuristic, large. And there's a little fade in, fade out. That's nice. MIDI files, MIDI piano. I don't have any MIDI devices connected, so it's not MIDIing. Oops. Editor, screen grabber, audio recorder. Anything else? Startup folder. The mixer gets started in the startup folder. Okay. Well, there you have it. Overall, MorphOS is fantastically responsive. It does all the things I'd expect it to do for a machine of this vintage and a web of current vintage. So that worked out pretty well. I'm really impressed with how responsive the machine is. I don't know what I was expecting when I brought up the shell because it didn't do any of the standard Unix, Linux, BSD-like commands. But other than that, there you go. MorphOS, a modern OS for a not-so-modern Macintosh. So, hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being awesome.